My name is Savannah Lennon, and this is my assessment of the Week 6 readings for Physics 2211. The main physics ideas of this week were changes in parallel and perpendicular motion, and how that leads to increasing or decreasing speed or curving motion, so acceleration, how net force is related to the decompositions of the change in momentum or time, and how to find mystery motion using VPython. New information to me was how to calculate the parallel and perpendicular motion, as well as the concept of the kissing circle, which is a geometric example for the derivative of dp hat over t. And also, along with that the bigger the radius of the kissing circle, the larger the curves, and vice versa. And also that you can determine the direction of the net force without given values just by using decompositions of changes in velocity or momentum. I previously learned that momentum is equal to mass times velocity, so that leads to momentum and velocity acting in the same way because they're proportional, and that velocity is a derivative of position, and acceleration is the derivative of velocity. Some more new information I learned were just some vocab words. So centripetal acceleration, which is the acceleration that points towards the center of the kissing circle. And the formula for that is the magnitude of v squared over r, which is the radius of the kissing circle. And also that centripetal force, which is not actually a force, is calculated by mass times the magnitude of velocity squared divided by the radius of the kissing circle. And centripetal force is just a change in motion or the effect of the net force on the object. So some of the things that sparked my curiosity were that we can figure out so much information about the net force on a system without being given really anything. Although it didn't relate to my major, which is neuroscience, but I did think it was interesting. And I also found it really interesting how you can use trigonometry for basically anything in physics, and it makes the calculations a lot easier and essentially just work. Finally, the most confusing or difficult topics for me seem to be calculating the forces that contribute to the overall net force of an object. So like the parallel and perpendicular motion. To help me with this, I Googled some videos and watched them and how they worked through it. And then I also did some of the practice problems on edX. And I looked at the other supplemental resources, but I didn't really make any connections using them. But the videos I found on YouTube were definitely the most helpful for me. And that's it for this week.